it's Luann Pygott in the kitchen, and today I'm going to make some brownies, and I'm going to make a vegetable mix of asparagus and carrots, and I'm going to flip this around real quick. Here we go. There's my measuring cups. Yay! Let me get this set up. So I'm going to quickly do this. Now this is a box mix. It's a box mix of brownies right here. It is dark chocolate Ghirardelli. If you've not tried these, they're so good. I'm probably going to put a glaze on this. My friend Patty sent me a glaze recipe, and I think I'm going to put that on top of this. I'm going to try it. But right now, hold on here. My burner is not really coming on back here. What's my petite burner? I'm trying to get it to melt my butter. Okay, so then we're going to do, okay, so what you need for this brownie mix, oven on 325, and then you are going to add a quarter cup of water. A quarter cup of water here. I really like these brownies because they're dark chocolate. They're just really good. And they're nice and soft. Okay, there's my quarter cup of water. You're also going to do 1 egg. So I'm going to do the 1 egg. We're going to mix that up. Scramble that egg around a little bit. Then we're going to do a ½ cup of oil. And I just have some canola oil, so let me measure ½ cup of oil. This takes the oven on 325. Now, it says to put it either in an 8x8 or 9x8 or 9x9 pan, and it takes like 40 to 50 minutes. But, or 45, 50 minutes. I don't really want it to take that long. So I'm going to put it in a little bit bigger of a pan so it cooks faster, and that's usually what I've always done with these. So I'm going to open up our mix here. This one also, it has chocolate chips in it. Oh, they're so good. Ghirardelli makes some of the best chocolate. Okay, here we go. Mix our mix into our liquid. Then all you're going to do with this is spread it into a pan that you have sprayed with nonstick spray. We're going to put it in the oven. And then we're going to make our vegetables. One thing I've learned too about brownie mix, you don't have to like really get every little lump out. You really don't. Okay, there you go. Let me get a scraper to put that into our dish. Get rid of that right there. Okay, so let me get one of these. Here we go. Here's my pan. I'm going to spray the pan with nonstick spray. Oops, get back here. And see, I don't mind brownies being a little bit gooey. So if it's a little undercooked, I'm okay with that. All right, here we are. We're going to pour our mix in. Now this is a pan that's a little bit bigger than the recipe calls for. So it's going to make them thinner, which I'm good with that because it will cook it faster. If you want really thick fat brownies, you want the 8x8 or 9x9 pan. This is like a 10 by or 11 by 9 or something. But it does, it just cooks it faster. So we're going to try like ½ an hour and check this. Put it at 325 in the oven. Okay, so easy. They are so good. Now you can put a glaze on those or just eat them like that too. All right, we'll check those in half an hour, see what they're like. So I've got some butter over here on my pan, melting in my pan. I'm going to do some carrots. Get my peeler. I usually have these like already peeled when I do this on live, but I don't today. I don't. So I'm going to do probably half the carrots and half the asparagus. We'll see what that is. Because I'm having chili today. And with chili, you know, you don't... Some people eat chili and just have chili, but I figured we needed a vegetable. We need some sort of vegetable. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Oh my goodness, look at this carrot. He's twisted. Twisted carrot. So we'll do about 4 of those carrots. Then we're going to peel those. That is not what I wanted to do. Let's try it again. Okay. Is it fascinating to watch carrots peeled? I think it kind of is. I think it kind of is. There's one. I've even heard people say you don't necessarily need to peel carrots. Do you peel your carrots? I like them peeled. But I've seen that on a cooking show or something somewhere. This is it's not necessary to peel them. What do you think about that? Maybe it isn't necessary, but I still like it. This is a KitchenAid peeler. Got this at Bed Bath & Beyond, I think. It works really well. And surprisingly, for being like a KitchenAid product, because, you know, KitchenAid stuff's so expensive. It wasn't all that expensive. I don't remember what it cost, but I remember I was like, oh, well, that's not that bad. All right, there we have them peeled. We're going to cut off the ends. Oop, there you go. Stuff's flying around. I'm just going to saute these carrots and some asparagus, just to be different, in some butter. That's all I'm going to do. Gonna be good, though. All right, so there's that. Now, you can cut carrots however you want. I kind of like to do it on the angle because it makes like a pretty little carrot. It's kind of a bigger bite, see? Little angle carrot. And this is about, I don't know what, like a 1/2 inch thick or so. They're flying here. Getting to the thick part. Okay. I'm going to go put those in. I'll turn this up a little. I'm going to saute those in butter. It's starting to sizzle a little. And I'm putting the carrots in first because I think they will take longer to cook. That one's a little fat because they are a harder vegetable. Those in. This one just cracks me up. This carrot. I'm not real sure which angle to do it to get right at the end. Oh well. We'll just pick one way and see what happens when we get down there. That works okay. There we go. One more to go. Alright, last little carrot. Sauteed in butter. Okay, then I'm going to take this bunch of asparagus, and I'm going to wash that. I'm going to take half of it, I should say. Put half of it back. For later. Put my carrots up too. Okay, let me wash this off real quick. Okay, this is what they say that you should do with asparagus to find out where to cut it. Is that you don't want the tough part at the end, so they say you should bend it and let it snap. And where it snaps is where it's tender. And it's going to seem like, oh, that's an awful lot. Yeah, it does. Sure does. But if you don't like the tough piece, then snap them where they want to bend and snap. Bend and snap works every time. Oh, that is from, what's the name of that movie? Legally Blonde, where she says bend and snap. She teaches the girl how to do it. It's so funny. But it's probably going to look like a lot more than you wish you could cut off, but you won't have any tough asparagus. I don't like the ones, when you try to do it where it's tough. You think, oh, we can just have a little bit of that. Yeah, and it doesn't taste good at all. All right, there we go. So then, once you get that done, oh, I think I just did it backwards. Yes, I did. Put the tough piece in here. Then you're going to take your little pieces. I can pick this one up here. And you're going to cut it in like bite-sized pieces now. Then, we shall go, let's turn this around, over there. Is where I'm at. And we're going to put the asparagus in there. And we're just going to saute that around. Let's see, let's get here we go. Little spoon. Green and orange, doesn't that look pretty? And if you don't overcook the asparagus, it doesn't get mushy. You just cook it a little bit. All right, I'm going to put in here a little bit of, this is called garlic pepper. It is McCormick garlic pepper. That'll give it some good flavor. I like that seasoning. And then I'm going to add some salt. I'm not measuring, just sprinkle some on it. And then I'm also going to add some extra, like regular pepper. And stir this around a little bit. There we go. So we have 22 minutes left for our brownies. And I think I am going to try to make this recipe. I'm going to try to make this recipe for the glaze for the brownies. But I've got to I got to see if I have some chocolate chips. I think I do, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember if I have another bag or not. If not, then I guess we won't have a glaze today. I thought I had another whole bag, but I might have used it. Oh, well, that's not a bag. That's very little. I have a little piece of a bag. Well, let's see how much we have. So probably what I'll do is make this and drizzle it. And I'll just reduce the recipe. So let's see how much I have in here. So the recipe, actually I have the recipe in the other room. I think it called for a cup of chips. Let's see what we have. And these are Ghirardelli dark chocolate chips also. Oop, get back here. So what I have about a half a cup of chips. All right, so we'll just cut the recipe in half. That'll work. All right, let me go get it real quick. No, that is the right amount actually for this, for that one, for the single recipe. Half a cup of chips. Okay, I'm going to actually turn off the asparagus and the carrots because they're kind of done. Okay, then let's put that over here. I'm going to switch that. I'm warming up the chili, but this burner works better. Yep, much better. So I'm going to switch that around. Look, don't those look yummy? Yummy. Okay, so then I've got my, all right, let's flip this around again. Hello. So we have half a cup of chips that I am going to take, and I'm going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Oh, there we have 2 tablespoons right there. I'm going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm just going to melt the butter in the microwave. We have like 19 minutes until the brownies might be done. They might be done. Alright, let's melt this butter in the microwave. Let's try 30 seconds and see what we get. Then I'm going to throw away all my trash over here. I'm gonna, oh, let's see if that melts in. No. Alright, do a few more seconds. I want the butter really good and melted. There we got it. Then I'm just going to pour, oh, you are already here. Okay, I've got these half a cup of chocolate chips. I'm going to pour the 2 tablespoons of hot butter on top of it and just let the hot butter melt the chips. And we'll just let that sit there for a few minutes. Oh, I didn't want the spoon. I'm going to kind of smash it down in there a little. There. And I am going to take this fork. I want to taste test my little veggies over here. Let's try a carrot. Pretty good. Asparagus. That's good together. Yummy. Okay, so I'm just trying to let that melt the chips. Come on, let go. One of them wants to stick to the spoon. And then we're going to put in a tablespoon of corn syrup. And then we will have the glaze for the brownies. Towel, do a little cleanup. Here. what time is it? I've got 15 minutes for the brownies. And it is not quite 12. Oh, good. Doing really well. Let's take a little peek at the brownies through the oven window. Oh, they look really good. And we're warming up our chili. Our chili's getting hot over here. Now let's check these chocolate chips. I'm wanting them to just melt, and they are slightly melting. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit here, because I think the butter didn't stay warm. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah. Now we will have perfectly hot melted chocolate. Oh, that's going to be good. Look at that. Then you're going to add your tablespoon of corn syrup. So let me find my... Here they are. Measuring spoons. Here's my 1 tablespoon. This is Caro light syrup. And I just realized the lid on this one doesn't have a pop top. The one I had before had a pop top. And this one does not. I wonder why. Okay, I'm going to add that in. Okay. So normally I think you might want to double this recipe for like if you're putting it on a cake or something. But these brownies are really, really chocolatey, so I really don't want a whole lot of glaze this time anyway. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. Nice and thick. Alright, so we're going to leave that there. And I think I'm going to put a cloth, because I don't want it to dry. I don't know if this dries. I don't want it to dry before that is done. So I'm going to put like a damp cloth over it to make sure it kind of stays moist until I can pour it on. Then we're going to clean up, and then we're going to take out our brownies, and we're going to pour that glaze on. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I will put that picture up, and I can post. Well, it's not really a recipe. These don't really have recipes, except for that glaze. So I will... because, you know, I just chopped up carrots and asparagus, put in butter. That's pretty much a recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and go, and you have a good day, and I will come back later to do my ministry live, probably early evening. And you be blessed, and remember, it is the Lord's day. Bye.